And so how was it like growing up in Edmonton?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was a very kind of suburban kind of life.
What does suburban
Sur-
means though?
Suburban just means it's like a gated community. It's like people that live like not in the city, but like in the outskirts of the city,
Mm-hmm.
where you have like neighborhoods and
Also
people.
suburbs,
The
literally.
suburbs,
Okay.
yeah, the suburbs. And
Gotcha.
I kind of live in the suburbs, and it was a pretty nice place. It's very outdoorsy. A lot of mountain biking, playing hockey. People were friendly. It was a very pretty high trust society, and the neighborhoods were very kind of safe and
That's good, right? We want to
yeah,
live in high trust
yeah.
societies.
It's a good thing. Yeah, for sure.
Like
And
just to make it obvious, why is it good to live in a high trust society, and what does it mean,
yeah. Well, I think
practically speaking?
high trust just means that like you have a degree of empathy for like your fellow people. So you kind of help them out. It's kind of like basic stuff, like you help them out, like, and also the crime rate's very low because you have a sense of connection to the people. So it's almost like you wouldn't rob like your cousin, right? Because
Of course,
you're related to them. Just like in a high trust society, you wouldn't rob
unless he's
someone.
an asshole,
Yeah,
in
if
which
he's really
case,
bad. Yeah, if he's an asshole. But
Now I hear what you're
yeah,
saying. So like trust within a family, for
yeah, within a
example,
family, it's kind
which
of just
is
extended to like the community where
right.
like just like how your cousins are part of your extended family, so is like the people in your neighborhood. They're like your extended version of your
Yeah,
family, and
sure.
you have a kinship with them. Like we're from the same country, we're from the same culture. Like we're not gonna. I'm not. I would never like just so like wouldn't commit a crime and things. So yeah. So
Okay, kind of like Sweden used to be in like the
yeah,
70s. But here's the question: where does that trust come from? Because it doesn't come.
mm,
It's not entirely natural to trust
yeah. It
people that
isn't.
aren't that close to you, I guess.
Yeah, it isn't really natural. I think it's a degree of kinship. I guess I don't know. It's kind of hard to find the right word, but it's a sort
Yeah.
of a type of kinship with fellow people, which is kind of developed over a long period of time. It's not something
Mm-hmm.
you can like necessarily force, and it has to be developed. It's not something that you can just kind of like retroactively just like force in.
Yeah.
It's like a community kinship, a sort of a shared interest, a shared identity, a shared kind of feeling
Mm-hmm.
of like togetherness and stuff, which is very hard to kind of create. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but we're talking about trust, so it's like I mean, trust is kind of a complicated thing, which explains why it's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is that
Yeah,
makes a high trust society. But obviously, you need some good track record. Um,
yeah, yeah,
like you can't have like five burglaries how do you say it,
yeah.
burglaries
Oh right, yeah, yeah, yeah,
last year, and then like that's gonna like ruin the trust. So you need some type of a good track record, I think,
yeah. You need
and
to do a track record. Yeah, for sure.
probably like common values too, because
Yeah,
what's something that undermines trust is like not understanding who the other person is. Like if you feel
yeah,
very different to someone, whether it's like an
mm,
individual or another group, I don't think you're gonna trust that them because you don't know what they're thinking. So how
mm,
would and you can't predict them at all. So why
mm.
would you trust them? That would be foolish.
Yeah,
So probably like being similar to the other people in
yeah.
the group
I would
is
say so. Yeah,
yeah.
kind of similar, shared, and yeah, and you wouldn't even consider like trying to like do something bad to them and do something negative towards them. And,
Right.
and crime is a very wide category. There's so many different types of crime. There's like white collar and blue collar, like the main divisions. But I think generally speaking, in a low trust society, you tend to see more crime and more division and things like that.
Yeah.
And sadly, I think society's probably heading towards that direction.
What
Kind
is?
of, I mean, society, like just
Oh yeah. In
like the
general.
world as a whole, is probably heading towards that direction. Which,
The less trust direction.
yeah, in a less trust direction.
I hope you enjoyed that clip of the HH podcast. If you want to see another clip, click here down to your left. And if you want to see the whole unedited episode, click down here to your right. And last but not least, if you want to subscribe, you can do so here in the middle. Thank you.